Welcome back.
Today, you begin your new focus for the half marathon. 21 kilometers is about finding comfort over that pace for 21K. It's a new racing perspective in comparison to the 5 or 10K. We need to find that comfort in that threshold pace we've been practicing over the past 7 weeks, over a sustained period of time. That's why today we have 3 times 3 kilometers at our goal race pace for 21K. We're getting a 9K worth of running at our goal race pace, almost half the distance. As it is key to find comfort in sustaining these long periods of time and distance, lean into Christian's mindfulness techniques today. They will only help you focus. Today's practice and execution will ultimately be the same focus as that 21K race effort.
So let's get into the third strategy. This one is a bit more subtle, but subtle is significant. The strategy is called an active stance versus a passive stance. I've actually told you to use either one of those strategies a few times during your micro hits. When you're choosing to take an active stance, that means that you're actively directing your attention to something in the focus range. This week, that's focus out. Taking an active stance generally takes a bit or much more effort. In focus out, when you take an active stance, that means you direct your attention to any external experience. There is no pattern. You can pay attention to only one thing the whole time, or you move your attention around from any experience to any experience you like, just like always. When you're taking a passive stance, that takes to some degree less effort because you're not directing your attention anymore. You're letting concentration happen, so to speak. You're letting your attention freely wander within the focus range. And whenever it lands on an experience, you then keep your attention there for a few seconds. Of course, your attention can wander outside of the focus range. Then you do have to actively return your attention. But if you're practicing see, hear, feel with a generic focus range, that could not happen, since you can pay attention to anything in that technique. So play around with this strategy. You can choose to only use one of them or combine them when you practice. So using an active stance for 15 seconds and then you switch to a passive stance. Whatever works for you is fine.